All right, you guys, it's basement time. Let's go. I've got a lot of stuff down here. So if you saw the first video, you will have seen all the crap that went in my room. But when do you see the crap that went down here? Because there's a lot of it. And a lot of crap has been happening. So, yeah, let's get you back up to speed with the basement. Now, I have the head hitter just barely because, of course, it's on a 6-inch down rod. This was not something that came from my grandparents'. This was a fan I actually just took down today, as of like when I'm recording this. So, oh, come on. I show you, something's wrong with my camera lens. I'm going to also mention this. If some of the videos that I've all been recording around this time are weird, it's because my camera lens is taking a crap or something. It doesn't state, the lighting always looks horrible on it. It has a real hard time focusing. I don't know why. But anyways, yeah. So this is a Craftmade CXL imputer. Took it down for a friend of mine. I installed a Rothley 2 from Hampton Bay in its place. And then there were also 4 lights in that house that I removed and put up Clarkston 2s instead. And then they've also got a Chapter 3 light 42-inch 5-blade hugger fan that's going to go downstairs in their house. I didn't get a chance to do that one, and it wasn't really a priority like the rest of them were. So, yeah. So this is something that didn't come from the grandparents. Really, the rest of this stuff. Oh, besides the Newtone veranda friction drive, which I mentioned, that would be taking home for Dan. I've got that here. Everything is there in that Amazon box. There is the rest of it. And then I've just got the blades over there with Dan's other blades. I've been slowly beginning to make a bit of a bigger Dan pile since a lot of stuff is going to Dan's this summer. So, there's that. So, I'm going to start over here in this corner. First of all, I got a bunch of wire. Now, you're probably wondering why. The reason why I have this is because at some point, I do want to redo the test rig with this wire, so that way I have a separate light control, so I can actually use all of my different wall controls. Overall, if I do it this way, it's going to make my life way easier. So that's the plan there. So like I said, I got Dan's friction drive stuff over here. That fan is gone because I was using it over there. I just haven't put it back, but it's sitting down there. Let's see. Oh, these are a bunch of switch caps that came with the Clarksons. I took them just in case I needed them. So I've been getting a bunch of part containers and stuff from my grandparents. So this thing has started to empty out a bit more, but in its place I've been putting a bunch of other random stuff. I've gotten some switches and stuff. I also managed to find the switch cap to the Panama that was in my great-grandpa's house. So I think they rented out or something, but I remembered going to that house when I was younger after he passed. And I remembered the fan, and I had no idea he kept the switch cap for it, but he did. And as we were going through a box in the garage, I was like, oh, holy crap, I know what that is. And obviously I took it, because those switch caps like $50. So I got one for free. Thanks, Grandpa. Then obviously just a bunch of other crap here. And then over there, I've gotten a bunch of controls. I've gotten that fan control there. I've gotten 1 or 2 solid state speed controls, some light dimmers, and also a GFCI outlet for some reason. I just figured, yeah, why not? Might actually be a good idea to get one of those put in somewhere, swapped out for just in case I have another fan like that stupid Massey that almost burned my house down. Anyways, also there's this Suncourt, I think is who makes it. It's an equalizer. It's got a fan in it. It works. I just don't know how to use it. I'm going to look up for a manual so I can see exactly how you're supposed to use it to provide max savings. I found some batteries that were supposed to fit this thing, but they didn't do the greatest of job. I'm going to keep looking for batteries for that fan. So I think that's really everything in this corner. Unless there's something small, but there's so much I can't remember it all. So we'll go over here next. These things, not those ones, but the rest of these, all came from the grandparents. None of them were installed on anything that was actually up and running, but I thought they were all nice, so I took them. So yeah, there's those. Let's see, got a duck under the CX. So you know, I'm turning this thing off because I don't feel like hitting my head. There we go. I do need to bend one of the blades back on this thing, by the way. Anyways, so there's nothing else really different here. I got a bunch of, what do you call them, multimeters in there. Here's a Dayton fan motor control. I think it will work for a fan. I'm going to message Dan and ask him later, see if that actually will work. Otherwise, I'll sell it or something. I found 3 of these and 2, hold on, I gotta get that thing put back. I found 2 of these just lying around in my grandpa's drawer. Also found a USB fan, and then this little battery powered thing, which I can't get the battery compartment open, but I'll work on it. It's also got a light on it. Then we have this little thing, I like an exhaust or gable type fan ordeal thing. But it works, so I took it. And what's this up here? Oh, I put the extra Saturn light kit I had there. That's the Quorum Galaxy light kit. I took that off because obviously the Galaxy's come down. It's been fully disassembled and cleaned, as has the Q52. I never did reinstall the Q52 or anything. I'm either going to find some blades for it or bring it to the sell pile at Dan's. I'm undecided yet. So obviously I did not get the remote for that pancake since I didn't do anything. So let's see, then that's just a light up screwdriver that I have. Here's a fan, takes 2 batteries that I have. And I've got a bunch more spares as well. It works. Got a new tone motor, most likely for a bath or exhaust type fan. We have this thing which is supposed to tell you the cost of things when you plug them in, but I haven't gotten that part working. It just tells me the watts. This you put into a socket and you can dim it. I thought it might be useful, so I took it. This little battery powered thing, just because. Oh, I also took the wattage limiter out of that Harbor Breeze there. Here it is. Stupid wattage limiters. But yeah, I want to do that. We're selling the house as is, my grandparents that is, but just in case for some reason I had to put it up, I wanted it to be ready because both the Harbor Breeze and that carriage house are replacement stock. So if I ever need them, I wanted them to be ready. So I did that. Also sort of rearranged the shelf really for no reason other than because I could. I moved a bunch of my short down rods over here. So there's those. Everything else around here. Oh, this thing. I actually have it, well, if I didn't have the kilowatt plugged in, I could plug this thing in and run it. This was installed in the shed. Well, I should say clipped on in the shed. The big shed. My grandpa had like 4 of them. But this is in the big shed. I always used to like it as a kid. So as soon as we opened it up, I went ahead and took it. And now it's here. Because why not? Sort of a throwback since it's actually able to be plugged in. I really do love this little fan. Even though it's kind of crap. But yeah. So I do believe that's sort of everything from this area. Like I said, I did do some rearranging. Obviously, you can see I did that over here too, because you can now actually access that wall, or I should say have fans blow at the wall, which is what I always try to do. So what's great is the wrap actually sort of hits the wall when it's on high, and then that thing, which I'll get to in a minute, in the Lakewood. So I've got a bunch of fans I can aim at the wall to keep it dry this summer, so that's nice. Now this thing. This is a Pro Standard, and might have come from Northern Tool. I don't know where it came from, but my grandpa had it in the garage, and I was able to be taken apart and brought in the car, so now it's here. It's a nice fan. It's comparable, if not better, to that Lakewood there, so happy to have it. Cool fan. That's a patent heater fan. I've read bad reviews on it, but yeah, might be useful. Might put it in the garage or something. That is a Lasko Cool Time, the later variation. Those are rather uncommon. I'm very glad that I found that. It was just sitting in the garage. And this is a really uncommon thing. This is a 19.2 volt Craftsman battery fan. Now, Craftsman's made battery fans. Apparently this variation is rare. I looked it up and people are trying to sell them for like 120, 130 bucks on eBay. Either way, I would have taken it, but knowing it's rare is nice. Really cute little fan. Now, I believe that's that stuff. I actually think that's all the actual fan intake. I believe that's all the new fans. Obviously, there's the Aurora right there. That one is the new one. That one's the old one. Oh yeah, so these container things. Ignore these things on top. But all these came out of the grandparents, and they're really useful. This one I've got for spare parts. This one, when I open it, pull chain fobs, the nice ones. Actually, all of them, really. They're all in there. This one is for more parts. Still got some room to expand in here. And then these two. These both fit mounting brackets and stuff nice. So I've got 10, or not 10, but 20. They hold 10 each. There's fan hardware in each of these for my different fans. You know, I've got like See, I've got the Pancake there. I've got the Artemis from Minka. I've got the Medilli and some premiums. And basically, whatever I could fit in here, I put in here because I do not like the plastic bags, so I want to eliminate them. I've still got a decent amount in each, but it's better than it was, so that's good. So yeah, that's really all I have to say on that front. It's really nice to have these. And at some point, I'll find a better spot to put them. I have some reorganizing work to do this summer. Oops, no, I have to put this one on first. I have these organized in a very, or stacked in a very specific way. This one, almost all the hinges are damaged, but it still works. So yeah. So there is that. Now, of course, the only other thing I'm going to mention before I end the video, I know I have a tool bag. Almost all these tools came from my grandparents, except for this, the socket sets, this, some of these different tools here, and then also some of my other things that you would recognize if you've seen my other video tours. The rest of it came from there, and it's really nice to have everything in one place. I basically got all the basic home repair tools that I would need to do any kind of electrical work. I mean, I don't have a hammer or mallets or anything like that, but most of the time when you're installing fans or light fixtures, you don't need those. But actually saying that, I do kind of want a mallet so I can pound the blade on this thing back. But anyways, yeah, really nice to have this. I used it earlier today when I was helping my friend with their fans, and it was really, really nice to have. So yeah. So I do believe that's everything I've got down here. I might have missed one or two things. Oh, actually, I did. Luckily, it takes a second to mention. You'll notice the Dynasty is actually standing on its switch housing because I managed to get that nut off the bottom of it. I still have to bring that in to get looked at and be rewired. I still need to get a 3-speed board for the Columbia, and the Apollo still needs its flywheel, but once I've got some time, I'll run all those out. I'll take care of them, and then I shouldn't have to worry about fan repair for a while. The fan intake is going to be slowing down since I'm running out of room. So yeah, that's about all I have to say there. So hopefully, now, I don't want to jinx anything, but hopefully some regular uploads can now start happening again. I didn't really want to take a break, but it was just too much for me to try to juggle everything else. So yeah, I'm sorry that I was away, but I'll try to be back a little bit more often now. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.